What's up, patrons? And I've been gone for a while. Sorry about that. Again, anything you want, list it below what you want me to do. I haven't gotten good recommendations yet, except from one. Ice Stats, I believe the name is, and I might be getting that wrong. It's very possible. And he asked, do you have any more stories about, you know, people like the last story I told about the crazy lady who told me about all the piercings she got, and that there are more piercings than I thought, than just like nose, ears, and that some people choose to get, you know, their arms and legs amputated because they've always felt they need to be that way in a warehouse near Mexico somewhere. It was a whole thing. I don't know how weird this is. I think it's weird. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this one here on Patreon exclusively for you guys. Now, we all know I have the crazy neighbor over here. She's crazy. We know that. She's obviously suffering from something. She stopped the honking, which is all I cared about. She's still putting up the crazy signs. You know, bleach $1 off and they're pouring it in babies' eyes in Iraq. And a Bible quote underneath. So we've got that. We know her, okay? We know her. We love her. We appreciate her. And now I kind of even like her because she drives the girl next door, who's kind of a stuck-up little bitch. Just had her firstborn baby. She carries one of those baby Bjorns, you know, one of those like slings, like, you know, she's one of them. So already annoying. So, but now whenever she acts up and stuff like that, starts running outside and screaming and trying to, you know, milk her tits or something like that, the girl's always on the phone. She's a Karen, she's calling the police all the time. So now I kind of love she aggravates her. But another neighbor who I thought I was cool with, and let me tell you what I mean by cool. I told you there's like a group of like 20 to 30 somethings who all seemed, because they share one long deck. Like I kind of share a deck. There's just a cheap piece of wood in between my deck and the baby lady with the baby Bjorn. These people actually don't have anything in between, so they share one long deck. There's two townhouses on that side of me, one on this side of me, all right? I'm right on the corner, so I don't have anybody on one side of me. And one is occupied by this new woman who moved in, kind of mysterious, kind of, I'm going to say a little bit of a bitch, because I don't know about you. I mean, maybe it's me or whatever like that, but I don't care if a neighbor was like hammering at 4 a.m. I'm just not the type who's going to say something, because you never know why somebody's doing something. And I am so done with confrontation. I lived for confrontation for a long time. Now on YouTube, it's still all on. I mean, you get me there, I can still be taken there. The last time I was taken there, I was with Stevie in Wisconsin. I think I told the story. It was just a whole nightmare, and I just lost it on a guy. But I've always had a tendency to do that with people that live around me. And I've learned a long time ago a valuable lesson: never to get involved with your neighbors directly around you. Because you never know when shit can go south, and then you're stuck seeing them, or maybe there's possible they could, you know, I don't want anybody vandalizing my car or me vandalizing theirs. If I get pissed at you, there's going to be a problem. So it's better for me to avoid it. So on this side, there's a lady. Let's start with her. She seemed cool at first. She's a kid who has to show off every 5 seconds because everybody thinks her kid is beautiful. She's always like bringing him out in the corner, like, look, he walking today. I just want to spray a hose at him. I just want to see the little 3-year-old go flying across the street. I'm a bad person, I know that. But, so, you know, I thought she was all right. And she has all these, like, weird, I don't know if it's her ex-husband or other people. She's weird, like, Iranians over who smoke cigarettes all the time on her porch. And the shit starts kind of wafting in my house. And then even through the, like, I have, like, central AC, but even through that, it still comes in. And so she was kind of being, like, I don't know. Like, she would say hi to me, but there's just something about her I didn't know. And then, not to my roommate at first, who's only here he's only here about twice a week. He's not here in the summers, but he's here twice a week. It's a whole divorce thing. He's got to be here. I moved in, got cheap rent, whole story. So she decided one night that our our parking lot is tight. I've parked a few times in my parking lot when we first moved in. I decided, because I knew problems would start. Because whenever you have a tight parking lot, somebody's going to see a ding. And I've had this experience at other places where I live, where I've actually gotten arguments with neighbors because they see a piece of dirt on their car and they think, you opened your door to make car and you owe me $5,000. Fuck you. I don't owe you a fucking joke. You kicking the pussy if you keep talking like that. So this lady over here thought everything was okay. She comes up to me one night. I hear knocking on my door and it won't stop. It's like, I'm going to say 9:30, 10. It might have been a little early because I think it was winter, like maybe February or something like that. But around nighttime, around time you don't knock on somebody's back fucking door. Just bum, 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 bum. She won't stop. I'm trying to ignore it. Because I'm like, I'm not fucking answering the back door at night. Fuck that. I don't have to. Bum, 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 bum. Finally, I get up, I open the door, and she's like, hi, yeah. I hate people who do that. Just call me an asshole and tell me you want me to move my fucking car. All right? I appreciate it more than the fake, like, niceness. Or it's like, just cuntiness. Say, hi, yeah. Your car is like 3 inches away from the steps, and I can't get off my back porch. Well, bitch, it seems like you did a good job because you seem to be able to get on my porch really well, and you needed to go around your stairs to get on my back porch. And so she wouldn't even move my car like 3 inches. I looked at my car. You could have easily walked up those stairs. So I knew she's going to be a problem. All right. Then I got it from my roommate. She did the same thing to him. And he had even given her more space. So she feels protective of that space for whatever reason. I'm like, bitch, you know what? You can have it. There's so much parking in the area I live in now. Permit free. Don't have city stickers. Fuck you. Take it. Shit in it. I don't care. Use it as your personal toilet. Now, next to her, she started kind of like making friends with a couple next to her who all I've ever done for the past 3 years, I think 2 years I've lived here? Yeah, 2 years. It's a blonde, kind of a frat-looking bro, you know, a suburban asshole. I think he's like 25, 26. His girlfriend, who still, I'd say, is super nice. They were like, hey, what's up? Hi, what's up? And I was fine with that. That's as far as we're going to go with it. All right? We're not going to be friends. You're not going to know my name. I'm not going to be yours. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Hey, how's it going? So a couple of weeks ago, I kept hearing this weird music and stuff like that. And it's my neighbor who feels possessive of the parking space having some like weird, I don't know, gypsy party on her back porch. She's got like 2 or 3 guys with really bad European haircuts, smoking cigarette, saying bah, bah a lot, and a radio, and I detest people that do this, a radio outside blasting music. Don't do that if you live right next to somebody, especially in like a townhouse or an apartment setting, because you're a dickhead. I don't want to hear your horrible, whatever the fucking music that was, all right? Only thing I want to hear is someone cutting your nipples off at this point. That's all I want to hear. I want to hear that sound. Put it on a CD, I'll buy it. Even though nobody listens to CDs anymore, dated reference. But so she's out there with them, right? So I kept looking out the blinds to see when they're gonna leave. And then my roommate was supposed to come that night. So he's like, hey, I'll be pulling up soon. I might have something in my trunk I need help with. Dead body. No, I'm kidding. And so I kept looking out for him. So I kept looking out. I'm peering out, looking, go back. Peering out, looking, go back. So that's about the time that my roommate's gonna come. I don't know what, now keep in mind, this guy has been nothing but like, hi, how are you? Hey, what's going on? Nice to me. I'm looking out my window and I'm waiting to see when my roommate's gonna pull in. I don't know what his issue was, but he immediately did this. And right at me, there's no one else outside, sees me looking, turns around. His girlfriend, the only thing I could think, maybe he thought I was looking at her, which, dude, I could do better. I'm just saying. If you're gonna think that, now I like mine human size, not like midget. All right, but he immediately does this number. Dude, bro, dude. And I'm so perplexed because I'm from the city. I'm from Houston. What the fuck you looking at? That type of regular shit. It can translate to, Chicagoese in my mind. I'm just like, what's he fucking talking? Nathan was doing this shit. And then he's looking at the car making a say. He can't even talk. I always knew, and he always looked like kind of married, but now I know he's nonverbal because he looked at the car and then pointing at me, and I'm like, great, I have a problem with a neighbor now. I wanted to open the door and be like, what the fuck are you bitching at? I'm looking for my roommate. If you think I'm staring at you, your girlfriend, whatever, both of you can suck my dick at the same time. Please do. But I was so fucking pissed that I didn't even bother. Like, I just shut the blinds on him. And I could still hear him go, and I was waiting. I was waiting for a knock on the door. I was waiting, because if that's the point where I beat the shit out of you. That's the point where I lose my cool. But I'm like, I don't want a confrontation, because I will say horrible things that you will never forget. I promise. I am not probably a great fist fighter. I've been in a couple, but not that. Don't claim to be a tough guy like that. But I do know how to humiliate and hurt people's feelings. It's a gift. Much like singing is for some people, and just playing a piano when they come out of the womb is, I can devastate your feelings. I don't want to go there with you because I will drag your dead mother into it. I don't care. So now the whole thing is, I haven't seen him like close, and we live close, and I'm gonna run into him because there's a Walgreens like literally across the street, and he goes there sometimes. And now my dilemma is, I don't know how to handle this, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna follow his lead. Hopefully, he realizes I will kill him and will shut the fuck up and not say anything to me. But it was just such a bummer to me too. Like it was kind of like, is it me? Do I just draw this issues with neighbors? I've always had them. So at some point I'm thinking it's gotta be me. And I knew when I was younger, it definitely was me. I'm under no illusions that I never caused any of them. I probably caused 90% of them from the ages of 10 to maybe even like early 20s. But I have, ever since like, parents died, all that, I hate to bring it down a level. But like, I've been cool. I've lost a lot of the anger and I just don't want it anymore. But now it's like, great, I've got an enemy. So now, I guess I'm gonna do the right thing. Oh, not talk to him and squash it or see what the problem was or anything like that. If he looks at me funny, shit on his back porch. And that's the way you handle it. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. Sorry I've been late on videos. Again, comment below. What do you want me to talk about here? I could be extra explicit here. Let me know. Love you.